Hey, good evening, everyone. Alison Boychuk here, ready for my broadcast of Wednesday Whispers. Hope you are all doing fantastic tonight. Tonight, I'm going to spend an hour with you, my viewers, and I am going to deliver some beautiful messages to my viewers from your beautiful loved ones who are no longer here. All right, I'm just going to take a few minutes here and wait for more people to pop on. All right. Um, where am I going to be next? I am so excited. I am returning back to Fisher Branch September 20th and 21st. I believe there's only one available spot left for the Saturday day of private one-on-one sessions. And I believe there's one or two spots available for the Sunday day of private one-on-one sessions. So please don't leave that for the last minute because they are definitely going fast. So thank you so much, Fisher Branch, for having me again in your area. Again, that is September 20th and 21st. All right. Very excited to be going back to Fisher Branch. All right. Hi, Tamara. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Hi, Stacy. Hey, Taylor. Kelly, hello. Deanna, Christine. Hi, Jamie. Hello, everybody. Good evening, Bernice. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Jen, hi. Thank you so much for being here. There's so many of you. Jamie, Barb, Andrea. Hello. There's so many of you that tune in almost every single week. And I want to just quickly say how much that means to me. Wednesday Whispers is very near and dear to my heart. And if it wasn't for you guys and your continual watching of my broadcasts, this wouldn't keep on happening. So thank you so much, all of you, for being here with me. Hi, Cindy. Thank you so much for being here. Dee Dee, hello. Mike, hi. Christine, Valerie, good evening, ladies. Um, Thank you all again so very much for being here with me tonight. Hi, Melinda. Tyson is not with me tonight. Just letting you guys know, but I know that he definitely he's watching the broadcast somewhere else, but he couldn't be here with me tonight. So he will definitely see all your hellos as well. Hi, Mama. Hi, thank you for being here. Hello, Bonnie. All right. One more thing before I get started. I just wanted to be very open and honest, and I am struggling a little bit. I indeed am waiting for surgery to happen. I am having a hernia repair surgery in Brandon, and I am on the waiting list. And I am sometimes in a lot of pain with that. But, I don't like to cancel my Wednesday Whispers if I don't have to. So I just like to be very honest. I promise tonight that I will do my very best to deliver the messages that are coming to me. But I just like to just be very honest that, I'm in a little bit of pain tonight. But I definitely did not want to cancel tonight's Wednesday Whispers. All right. Um, Jamie, that's funny. Hi, Margot. Thank you for being here. Can't wait for you to come to Prairie Harvest Festival. Oh, thank you so much, Kelsey. Yes, that's right. I am also going to be at the Prairie Harvest Festival here in Carberry in October. And I am doing private mini half an hour sessions. So if you're at all interested, definitely take a minute to book. We are starting to have people contacting us and booking sessions. So maybe don't wait for that day because there may not be any sessions available at the Prairie Harvest Festival here in Carberry in October. All right. Hi, Lori. Thank you for being here. Hello, Melissa. Hi, Dean. Hello, Melissa. Crystal. on YouTube, and Amber. Good evening, everyone. I definitely have enough to get rolling tonight. If any of you are new to watching my broadcast, if you feel that I am indeed connected with your loved one, as soon as you feel that, this sounds like your loved one, please start contacting me. Um, the sooner you do that, the quicker things roll. And in hindsight of it all, within the hour, then I'm able to give more messages to more people. So I ask you that if you feel that this is your loved one, please write me a comment letting me know so as soon as you think that this is your loved one. If somebody has already spoken for that loved one, but you feel, what, that sounds just like my loved one too, please say something and I will iron out the details and figure out who exactly it is for, because it's very important to me that it goes to the right person. All right. So with all that said, I am going to get rolling tonight on tonight's broadcast of Wednesday Whispers. I just need a few seconds here, everybody, and I will get rolling. All right. For my viewers who watch periodically or all the time, you know exactly what I'm getting at about this, because I have this unbelievable urge to cry. I'm holding it back, actually, and even a little bit more than usual. I just really want to cry. And for any of you that doesn't know what that means, that is usually your loved one um, showing me that, and showing me indeed that they're no longer here because of either a suicide, possibly a drug overdose, something of that nature, or they did not look after their health to the point that that is the reason why they neglected their own health and they're no longer here. Okay, right. The next thing I need to say about this beautiful loved one, this is a female. Okay. All right, this female has decided to show me her a little bit of her appearance, and I just want to talk about. Um, hmm, okay, I feel her personality too. I want to say I don't know if she's ever been here before. In what I mean by that is on my broadcast, it kind of feels like she's, I don't know if that's her nature, but she's coming across as a little bit shy, really. Um, she's decided to show me. I can see that she has long brown hair. Okay. Oh, and she looks so young. What do I mean by young? 20s maybe. Okay, that's how she looks to me. She's on the, she's not skinny, but she's I would on the slender side. Okay, um, she's of average height. It looks like to me. Okay. Um, hmm. I hate to say that she's just showing me herself wearing jeans and a sweater. Okay. I don't know why, but she is just dressed very casually. Um, this lovely young lady. Like I said, it feels like possibly a suicide, I think, is what she's getting at here. Aw. Okay. Hmm. Really interesting. She just showed me that she's holding on to it. She bent down and grabbed a cat. A cat came to her, and she's trying to express that she has a cat with her. I don't know if that's like she meaning in heaven, or if she's meaning that she was a real cat lover. One of the two. Um, one of the two. Okay. Next, she moves on to show me a bunch of books, kind of like lined up, kind of in line here. Like I think she's trying to tell me that she liked to read. Okay. Um, hmm. And really interesting right now, she just really drew my eyes into her. I said a minute ago that she's wearing a sweater, And she just showed me symbolically the number 6 on her sweatshirt, and that the number 6 means something. Okay, I don't know. Um, Maybe she passed on the 6th. Maybe that was her birthday was the 6th. Um, that's the month of June. Okay, the 6th month is June, possibly. No, she corrected me. She showed me a birthday cake. This is her birthday, her birthday, her birthday. Yes, her birthday in June. Okay, um, this wonderful young lady. Mm. As I said a few minutes ago, I could feel her personality, and I want to talk about how she shows me her being more on the quiet side. Okay? Um, she had her friends, but she had a close knit, amount of a few of them. You know, um, but her circle was small, is what I'm trying to explain here. And that's exactly how she's presenting herself. Okay. Very, very much so. Okay. This lovely, lovely lady. Um, she wants all of her family to know that, and her loved ones, that she's doing very, very well. Okay. If this wasn't a suicide, I want to say that this was definitely like something to do with possibly passing from a drug overdose or something like that. Something um, something of that nature. Okay. And like I said, she very much shows me that she's smiling. Oh, she's smiling, and she's at the big message here is that she is so much at peace. Okay. She makes that very clear to me. Oh, okay. She is so much at peace. Okay. Um, okay. All right. Okay. All right. The next loved one that I would love to bring forward here. I have a young child. This is a very, very, very energetic boy. His passing was quick, unexpected. This was like an accident. Oh my goodness. Okay. All I know is he's showing me that it was outside. Okay. He shows me that the sky was very blue that day. And it's interesting, he just showed me there was maybe a couple of clouds, but generally speaking, the sky was very blue that day. Okay. He shows me this accident. Oh my goodness. Hmm. This young man, oh, he was so full of life. He was so full of energy. He was such a helpful kid. And something about that, he was trying to help when he passed. It's like he was doing a favor or something. Like he was uh, trying to understand him. This wonderful young kid. Oh. What do I mean by young? Okay, I don't. This child was not a teenager yet. I don't think. No. Okay. No. I don't think so. It's really interesting. He just wrote me, "Mom." I think he's trying to tell me that his mom is watching. Oh my goodness. Oh. So, for any of you moms out there who've, if you have lost a son to a, this is some type of accident, he just shows me. All I can say, it was very quick, very fast, very just here and then gone. Okay? Unfortunately. Okay? But it's like, mm, it's kind of like he doesn't want to talk about the accident. All I know for sure is there's a highway here. Yes, I think this is a highway, and it's like crossing the highway. I think um, crossing the highway. and I can hear. This is like, um, I think this is a quad, possibly. I can hear it. I can't see it. I'm just being honest. Okay. Um, this wonderful, wonderful young boy. Okay. But I need to talk about. He's like, I don't want to talk about that sad stuff. I want to tell my mom how happy I am. Okay. Um, Life is so good here. Okay. My eternal life. It's peaceful. It's so freeing. Hmm. And really interesting. He shows me that. He shows me that when he was here and well. Um, Really interesting. Showed me when he was a little boy, he loved to color. He shows me that he had a like this was a thin boy who he had quite the appetite. Very energetic child. Okay, um, run here, run there, run everywhere. Um, mm, yes, again. Um, so I'm sorry. You're just showing me that like I've seen like a highway and going over a highway, and then there's a ditch there. It's like crossing the highway, and then it feels like he got hit on the highway, something like that. Okay. Um, mm, yeah. So, anyways, this beautiful young boy. It's really interesting. He shows me that he has there's a girl there too, in heaven with him. They're friends. I need to say that real quick. They don't look that far in age difference. And then he corrects me. I think they're like 2 years apart here. He's showing me. There's a friend here with him. Um, she passed away too, and he's like, we're from the same community. Um, and it feels like their passings weren't that far apart in time. Um, Bernice asks, is it Nicholas? I don't know, Bernice. I don't know. Okay. He's not giving me a clear answer to that, so I don't want to say it and like, oh yes, 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 just to hold on to that. I don't know. He's not giving that to me. But what I can tell you, again, he brings up that he's with this girl, but she passed of a total different reason. Okay, she passed. He shows me she passed from cancer. Oh. And they are very much together, and um, they like to spend time together. Is the point here? And he's like, uh, and he tells me she's so beautiful. Okay, I think he's trying to tell me that she's a little bit older than him. Okay, I think that's maybe a couple of years here is kind of how it feels. Bernice, I hope this is, if you're understanding this. Okay, but just know that these beautiful children, you know, um, I just want to quickly talk about how when children pass, they have such a special, special place in heaven. They really, really do. Um, okay, it is Nick. All right, Bernice. Yes. And so just know that indeed, um, he is smiling from ear to ear. Um, I was just listening to him. Um, yeah. So just know that he is he's very, very under the circumstances. He's doing very, very well, and it's really interesting right now. He just showed me a ball glove, and it feels like he's enjoying playing baseball in heaven, something like that. He's definitely showing me a ball glove. Okay. Um, so yes. Hmm. I need to tell you, Bernice, he shows me that I asked him what is the connection between you and him, because Bernice, you're the only one who really spoke up about Nicholas. And I just want to tell you, he shows me that whoever that you don't live too far from them. Okay. I don't know. He just shows me like going around a couple of curves and there's your house type of thing. He's just showing me that you guys don't live that far apart. Okay. Um, and he shows me a chalkboard when I asked him, Bernice, what's the connection? Okay. I don't know. But that's just how he answered me. So I am going to have to move on, but Bernice, just know that this beautiful child is doing so well. Okay? He's thought of a lot. I just need to say that real quick. He is, and Bernice, I just want to say, you think of him. It's like when you see his family, stuff like that. You know that, what hardships. Okay. Oh, and you were his teacher. Okay, lovely, lovely, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Uh, and he tells me, as I read your message, um, you were, very, very good at baking. Okay. And interestingly, I need to say he shows me donuts in particular. Something about making homemade donuts, Bernice. Okay. Um, he shows me that. Okay. And so, just know, Bernice, that he's sending a very much a hello out to you tonight. All right, Bernice. So thank you so much for giving me that opportunity to connect with that wonderful young man tonight, Bernice. Thank you so, so much. Okay. Okay. The next loved one that I'd love to bring forward is I have an older lady here. Oh. Okay. First thing she chosen to show me is she has a bit of a rounder face. I can see it. But she has a very big, beautiful smile. And I know I talk about that a lot, about how your loved ones are always smiling in heaven, and I'm just saying that because they are. Okay. Um, oh, you're most welcome, Bernice. As I was saying, your loved ones, they're always happy in heaven. But I just want to talk about this lady's smile. Okay, it's just it can light up the room. But anyways, I want to talk about. She shows me that she had looks like gray hair. It was short. Um, she has a bit of a rounder face, kind of like I don't want to say chubby cheeks, but very distinct cheeks, okay, and with a great big smile on her face. Okay. This is a very, very lovely lady. The next thing she chooses to show me is she clearly was sick. She shows me there was a lot of medications here. As soon as I said lots of medication, she drew me a heart. I think there's like more than one answer to why she's no longer here. Um, but I want to say definitely something to do with the heart. She was struggling, it feels like, with um, some type of heart problems, okay, prior to her passing. Um, this lovely lady is, mm, she wants me to talk about how much she loved her grandchildren. Okay. And I don't know why she's focusing on a boy and a girl in particular. Okay, I'm not saying that's all she has for grandchildren, but I want to talk about she's focusing about a boy and a girl. And I'm just telling you, she shows me that they look like they're about maybe uh, 8 and 6, maybe. Okay, these grandchildren of hers. Mm. As I said, yes, that there was heart problems here. Okay, she was struggling with that. But interestingly, she wrote me a great big C, which is usually this symbolism for cancer. Okay, but what does cancer have to do with the heart? I'm trying to just quickly figure that out. Why did she give that to me in that order? Hmm. Um, I'm not really sure. But this lovely woman, she's like, enough about that. Okay. Next, she shows me a deck of cards she loved playing. Okay. She just showed me birds. She loved birds. Okay. Um, she shows me how much she loved gardening, especially her flowers, it looks like. Okay. Uh, I do not, I'm asking her, give me some more information. I don't know. She shows me that it's like she went to work and came home, went to work and came home. She was, she wasn't a stay-at-home mother, or, you know, she shows me that before her retirement, okay, type of thing. She had a career of some sort, okay, I can see that. Um, I, hmm, I need to talk about how she is, could be my grandma, Amber, okay. Um, I was just about to say, Amber, though, before I read your message, that I could hear music playing, okay? And it feels like the radio's on in the background, okay? Um, she shows me, Amber, hmm, interestingly, um, now that I've made this connection between you and her, you let me know. Things like I explained before, that's when they really start to roll fast. And she shows me you being a shy child, okay? Um, but she's telling me, but you're not really anymore. Um, Amber, she shows me a stethoscope around her neck, and it feels like, and she's like she's showing me scrubs and all that kind of thing. Um, it's like she's trying to talk about you um, being of in the healthcare field, in that helping profession. Okay, but it's more than that. She tells me. I don't know if you're considering um, going to school. I don't know what that is. I don't know. It's like you're something with nursing. She's trying to show me, like, if you're considering maybe. I know, like. And you're a nurse, okay? Uh, she's showing me, you know, if you would, continue going to school to be an RN, or something like that, or a nurse. If you already are an RN, about, thinking about going in to be a nurse practitioner, something like that. Okay, if that makes any sense to you. I recently took a new nursing supervisor position. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, absolutely. That makes perfect sense. I was trying to figure that out. Thank you for writing that. Okay. Um, that's your grandma's way of letting you know that she was right there with you, Amber. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay. Um, but I need to tell you, Amber, she shows me that someone's been sick here lately. Okay. And she's just sending her love there. I don't know. I don't know if that's if it's you or your children or who that is, but someone's not feeling very good. Okay. Um, Cold, allergies, something like that. Both, maybe. She's showing that. Okay. But she more than that, Amber. She wants me to talk to you about. Um, okay. You're Your loved ones will not show me something. Your older boys have a cold. Absolutely. Yes, yes. Again, that's her way of showing you that she's right there. In the last few days, she has been around you. That is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, um, your loved ones will continuously, through me, prove and let you know that they're right there with you. Um, they're not that far away. All of my viewers who are watching, continue to talk to your loved ones. This is a perfect example of why you need to talk to them, because they're listening. Okay. um, Amber's grandmother knows, how her boys are feeling right now with a bad cold. All right. um, but as I was saying, Grandma wants me to tell you, Amber, that to keep your chin up. Okay, and I mean that. I'm not going to go into much detail, but she shows me that you've been a little bit down about something, and you know, I don't want to comment any more than that. And she just wants me to tell you to keep your chin up, and she is extremely proud of you. Okay, extremely. All right. So thank you so much, Amber, for giving me the opportunity to connect with your beautiful, beautiful grandma tonight. Thank you so much. Okay. The next loved one that I would absolutely love to bring forward. I have another loved one here who I have another unbelievable urge to cry. This male, he shows me a little bit what he looks like. Okay. Um, Again, this is, I believe this is, either a suicide or a drug overdose, possibly. And it's really interesting. He shows me like something to do with mm, just very much abused his body. Okay, and it's almost like it's a question, if so, something to do with, if I can be so blunt, on the broadcast and say, like, kind of like, hmm, if you were unsure if he passed on purpose or not, you're a little bit unsure. Okay, this young man, I hate to say it feels like I have connected with him before. All right. Um, but he lets me know that he keeps coming because his family's hearts are so heavy without him here in the physical world. You know, that this young man, okay, he has dark brown hair. Okay, it looks almost black, really. Okay, I can say that. This was not a tall man. Okay, he was young though. His passing happened, it looks like maybe late 20s, maybe, okay. Maybe early 30s. I'm not 100% sure. I'm really not. Okay. Um, I think he just wrote me 34. Um, but again, I'm not. Yeah, I think he did. Okay. But I'm not 100% sure of that. Um, he writes me a great big S. Okay. That's either who he's trying to talk to or that's his name. Okay. This young man. Um, I guess it kind of narrows down. He tells me that he was from Saskatchewan, and I feel like small town life as a child is how he's making me feel. Okay. Um, I was just watching him, and he shows me he had a quite a long period of time in his short life of unfortunate, looks like drug use and stuff like that. Okay. Um, but really interestingly, um, he was so smart. He had, oh man, like I'm not going to call him a genius, but kind of like almost like just that smart, you know. He could, and it's like he tells me how much you think of, how much he could have done with his life. He could have, he had so much going for him, but unfortunately he had such an addiction to different types of drugs is how it feels. Um, Alcohol too, he tells me, but it feels like more like harder drugs, unfortunately. Okay. He wants me to talk about, he wants me to talk about Saskatoon. I just read it. Okay. Something about Saskatoon here. Saskatoon means something. Okay. Um, Again, he was from there or lived there, or you do. Okay. He writes Saskatoon to me for some reason. I was just in Saskatoon on my Angels on the Road tour. Um, I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. No, he shook his head. No, that's got nothing to do with this. But he does write me Saskatoon for some reason. Okay. Um, he shows me that he liked to wear black. Okay. His T-shirt's black. Um, he's very much making, you know, um, showing me, his T-shirt. Um, And I want to say, as sad as this and beautiful it is all at the same time, he's trying to talk about how he wishes that he would have spent more time with his family. Okay, the drugs totally overtook his life. Amber guitar, yes, yes. He shook his head, yes. And now he just showed me this beautiful. It looks like an electric guitar in particular, not acoustic. It's an electric guitar. Okay, he shows that to me. And now he's playing it. Man, can he play? That is fantastic. Um, um, Mike, this sounds like your special boy. Okay. And Johanna, I'm thinking that it's Sean too. Oh, Sean, the great big S. And yes, I have indeed connected, I believe, with Sean before. Um, I think so. Okay. I apologize. It's a little bit hard for me to remember all my, Um, sounds like my Sean, Mike. Oh, okay, Mike. But does Saskatoon mean something to you? He made that so clear. Okay, Saskatoon is in great big letters. Okay, um, something about Saskatoon. Okay. He wanted me to say um, that he's sorry. He's sorry he didn't. It's really interesting. He wants me to tell you, Mike, he's sorry that he didn't fish with you more. He's sorry that his drug use overtook his life in this time frame that he had here. Okay, and he didn't make enough memories with you before his passing. He wishes that he would have fished with you. That's where he passed. Okay, okay, all right. Um, and he shows me that he wishes he would have had time to fish with you. I don't know why he shows me that in particular. Fishing, Mike. If if you did that when he was little or what, but he's just expressing how you guys didn't have a chance to make a lot of memories because of his addictions, and he's very sorry to you for that. Okay. Um, um, hmm. I need to tell you, he shows me a birthday cake. Um, yeah, you wish you had spent more time doing things together. Absolutely, absolutely, Mike. And your son does too. And that's exactly what he's trying to apologize to you for, because he knows your thoughts and he knows that's something that, and he just showed me you crying. because that is really something that bothers you the most. Is there's things you didn't do together, and you have this guilt. He shows that he writes me the word guilt. You have this guilt that you didn't spend more time with him, even though it's like, if you don't mind me saying it, it's kind of like you let him do his thing because you didn't approve of what he was doing. Okay. And now there's no more time to spend together. Okay. But what's absolutely beautiful, Mike, is one day you will see him again. I promise you that. Okay. You will see him again in eternal life. Okay. Um, and you will be able to do all the fishing you guys want to do. Okay. Um, and really interesting. He shows me something about that you would have taught him more, and it feels like working with wood in particular. I don't know what that's about exactly. Okay, um, but until then, until your time comes, which is far from now, he wants me to quickly let you know before I move on to the next loved one. He wants me very much, he's smiling ear to ear, and then he shows me he is standing beside an older man, and I can tell that he is 2 generations older than him, and so he's trying to tell me that he is with his grandfather. Okay? And it's male, male, and that's just how that is shown to me. So male, male, so this is your father. He shows me that he is very much with your dad. Okay? And they're conniving. Okay, I don't know why all of a sudden I could see a cigar. I don't know what that's about, but I did. I just all of a sudden could see a cigar, as I talked about. Would be, I believe this is your dad. Okay, very quickly he wants me to tell his mom how much he loves her. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Mike, for giving me that opportunity to connect with your wonderful, wonderful son tonight. All right, thank you so much, Mike. You're most welcome, Mike. All right. Um, the next loved one, whew, that I would love to bring forward is I have another male here, but this lovely, lovely loved one is older. Uh, oh, no way, Jen. That is fantastic. Okay, that is really fantastic. Hmm, thank you so much for telling me that. Okay. This next loved one, as I said, I have another male here, and he definitely is older than the last one I just connected with. This male lets me know that he is no longer here because of either a massive heart attack or heart problems, one of the two. He lets me know that he had heart problems here. Okay, I can feel that. Hey, oh, you know what? I just need to quickly say, I can see he was a really, really wonderful father. I can feel that. Okay, oh, he loved his children so much. Okay? His children were his pride and joy. Okay? All of a sudden, I see a Bic lighter. Okay, hmm, I would think that's just symbolic about him maybe being a smoker. I'm thinking. Okay, um, I often can smell cigarette smoke or visually see somebody smoking, but in this instance, I'm being shown a Bic lighter. I think he's trying to show me that he smoked. Okay. Unfortunately, he did not live a long life. I want to say he lived, it feels like maybe his late 50s, early 60s, somewhere in that time frame. Late 50s, early 60s. Okay. Um, This was a, like a country man here. This was possibly a farmer. I'm feeling that country vibe from him. This man did not live in a city or even a huge community. I really don't think so, by what he's showing me. Okay. I spoke about his children, how much his children were his pride and joy. Um, but he also wants me to not leave out his grandchildren, how much his grandchildren mean to him, how he's watching over those precious, precious grandchildren. They mean the absolute world to him. Okay. This wonderful man is, he's trying to connect with, kind of feels like his daughter, really. I think so. Okay. Um, really feels that way. And that's why I could feel that, that bond and that, how I could feel how much he loved his children. I really think he's trying to connect with his daughter. Okay? Um, but nonetheless, he is very much, I'm sorry, I smiled because he did. And it's absolutely beautiful when they do that. Has such a warm, kind heart. Um, Again, he wants me to talk about. He worked. He worked hard. Um, he had some type of, career that indeed gave him a pension. I can see that he's showing that to me. Okay, he went to work. He came home. He went to work. Came home. Um, yeah, absolutely. And it's really interesting. All of a sudden, I could. Uh, Chrissy Mullen, I hear I missed my sweet boy. Oh, Chrissy. Okay. Um, all I can say to you, Chrissy, is, after this broadcast, go back and watch. And maybe it was. I know that he definitely connected with Bernice because um, he was able to. And that was a way of him being able to get to you through Bernice, because he knew Bernice well by the sounds of things. All right, Chrissy. Um, but as I was saying, this wonderful man. Um, it feels like I don't know what this is. Like I can taste salt, and I'm not too sure what that is. Um, mm, it's like salt on my tongue. I don't know if he possibly maybe worked at the mine or at the potash mine, maybe. Yeah, could very well be. Mhm. Um, hmm. I know this is I I have been doing Wednesday whispers um, for I'm not really sure. It could possibly be a couple of years now, maybe. And I don't know if this has ever happened to me yet, but I just seen a very clear vision. And so I guess, I don't know if I should apologize to all of you that I've wasted the last 3 minutes of your time, because I realize exactly who this beautiful loved one is of what I've, because all of a sudden I just seen his face so clearly and that smile that I will never forget. This is my own father. This is my own dad. And my dad was, if anyone knows my dad, Delmer. He was the absolute wonderfulest man, and he loved his children more than life itself. And so he's just sending his love to me. That's absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry, but he did. This is him. And I do get to see and feel my own loved ones from time to time. And this is my own dad. And I spoke of in the first couple of minutes of this broadcast, I spoke about how I'm not feeling good. I'm waiting for this hernia surgery. And he's just showing me that he's just expressing to me that he's here with me. And he knows that I'm doing my very best to get through my Wednesday whispers tonight, despite of my pain. And so he's just quickly showing his love to me. So that was just absolutely, absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much, Dad. That was absolutely beautiful. All right. The next loved one that I'd love to bring forward. Uh, I have another male here. This male, I want to talk about. Um, Sorry, this male. I could see him. I can feel him. First of all, I want to talk about, man. Is this man tall? Okay. Um, oh, thank you all so much. It's also so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay. This loved one, as I said, he's tall. Okay, and it's really interesting. Um, he's like, and I said, give me something that is very unique about him, and he lets me know that he is a twin. He's a twin, or you're a twin. One of the two. Okay. He just wrote me twin. That is extremely unique. Okay. He wrote me twin. This is a tall man. Okay. But kind. Oh my goodness. And that you'd get that the second I said that word. Kind. Okay. Kind. He lived a good long life. Okay. Mm. Thank you so much, Tracy. Um, mm. I was just watching him. This man, as I said, he wrote me twin, and now he just showed me two faces that look identical, and it just is a way of I don't know if I've ever had that happen before. I think he's trying to show me that he had an identical twin. Okay, I don't know if his twin is watching, or I don't know. No, he shook his head. No, that's not what this is. Okay, but somebody's watching that knows exactly who this is. He lets me know this. What a kind man. Um, I don't know why he passed. Sometimes they show me and sometimes they don't. What I can tell you is he had a love for playing cards. He loved to socialize. This was not a shy man by no means. It feels like he was a senior when he died. Um, uh, Twice now. I don't know if he's trying to bring up his wife, because sometimes they do that. Um, but he's showing me the love of plants and flowers and gardening. Now, I'm not saying that men can't enjoy that stuff, but I'm just not sure if he's meaning himself or his wife. One of the two. Okay. My mother-in-law says could be Leonard. I don't know who that is. Um, as soon as I read that, um, I want to say I read the word Winnipeg. I don't know. I don't know. So that's like by Winnipeg or in Winnipeg, something about Winnipeg. Manitoba for sure. I can say that. Um, and I want to talk about it wasn't you didn't often see this man not dressed nice. Okay. Just proper is how it feels. Okay. I'm not saying that he was rich and always fancy and stuff, but I just mean like dressing proper. You know, you would never have seen him in like dirty clothes or anything like that. Um, Dean Davis could be my dad, Sid. Dean Davis. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. All right, Dean. I will keep on rolling, and you let me know. Um, so, Dean, can I ask? So, you feel this could be your dad? Was your dad a twin? I'm just trying to figure that out because that was a really big. thing here about was being a twin. Um, and all of a sudden, he just showed me the love of fishing. Okay, and I know I talk about that lots. Men, men often like to fish, but I have to say it when I see it. Okay, because it means something to people. Um, and interesting, I just felt his personality, Dean. Um, it's like trying to explain into words what I seen. It was really, really nice. It's like he was a bit of a jokester. He liked to make people laugh. Had a bit of a comic, a humor. He had a sense of humor. I think that's the best word to explain your dad. Okay. Um, and I want to say, Dean, he shows me. It almost. I need to talk about this black and white picture. Okay, I don't know who this is. I don't. But he is showing me a picture. Okay, um, and it doesn't quite look like him. Hmm. Who is this? I'll figure it out. He's showing me this black and white photograph, and this man is wearing what looks like some type of army uniform. Okay, so I don't know if he's trying to talk about someone being in the war. Um, Yes, because he just showed me a poppy about someone being in the war. But it doesn't feel like it's him. No, I don't think so. Um, and it's like he's just trying to talk about how he's with that family. He's with those family members. Okay. Um, Dean, I hope this is all making sense to you because now he's moving on to you as a child, and he shows me you bike riding and bike riding and bike riding. Okay. Um, hmm. And he tells me, but he was a good kid. Okay? He was a good kid. It's absolutely beautiful. Um, as I said earlier, I'm not too sure how he passed, but now, as I've stayed connected with him for a few minutes, for some reason, he has decided to show me some medication bottles here. I'm trying to read. He's like really focusing in on a certain medication. I don't know why, but he is some type of it's a prescription. I'm not too sure. Okay. Um, and he just showed me fixing his hair. Dean, I need to talk about that. He shows me him fixing his hair with a comb. Okay. Um, and like putting his comb in his back pocket or something like that. Okay. Again, Dean, I hope this is all making sense to you. Um, this wonderful man. He is so kind, and again, he has such a nice personality to him. He loved to make people laugh and feel good. You know. Um, He was, and then all of a sudden he just showed me he was missed by, he's missed by so many. He wants me to talk about. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I could see this his what looks like a funeral, okay, or celebration of life, and there's all these people there, and that's showing me how much the community was affected by his passing. I just talk about that, okay. Um, and I need to talk about now. All of a sudden, he shows me a diamond ring, and I think, and I'm like, I'm wondering, okay, why are you showing that to me? And I think he's trying to express to me that he is with his wife. That's why he's showing me that diamond ring. Okay. In this situation, I'm not sure who passed first, but I can see that that's what he's trying to say to me, Dean. Okay. That your mom and dad are very much together. Okay. I think that's what he's trying to express to me. Um, And I don't know what this is, but all of a sudden he showed me this really beautiful spruce tree. Okay. I'm not sure what he's getting at there, if that's like in your yard or his yard or what that was, but he's just showing me this beautiful spruce tree. Okay. Um, Okay. And I just want to ask you, Dean. I don't know if he's talking about himself or somebody else, but he just showed me some bingo dabbers. Um, he did. He showed me some bigger bingo dabbers. Uh, Absolutely. I'm just watching him. Um, Again, as I said earlier, about him being very social. He's very social in heaven. He wants me to tell you that. He's visiting. He's visiting with so many people. There's so many loved ones and friends up there of his, um, and especially he's showing me somebody with dementia. I don't know who it is, but he's talking about that as well. Okay. When I said there's so many people in heaven that he's visiting with, all of a sudden he wrote me dementia, and I think he's trying to talk about someone there in particular that you would understand. Okay, um, so just know, Dean, that you're a wonderful dad. He has so much love for you. Um, he shows me that he's with you often. Okay? He wants me to talk about I don't know what this is. He just all of a sudden out of nowhere he showed me about something about shaving your face. I have no idea what that's about, like shaving a beard off or something like that. I don't know. Um, when I was talking about him being with you, for some reason he showed me what looked like you shaving off a beard or, some facial hair of some kind. I do not know what he's getting at there, but hopefully you do. Okay. Um, he wants me to extend, like to hug you. He wants me to hug you in regards to, that he loves you so much. Okay. Um, and I need to be honest, he's breaking down a little bit. He's being a little bit like he's getting choked up, and he's I don't know if that would have been his personality. It usually is why they show it like that. But he's like, but let me make it very clear. He's not doing this because he's sad. He's doing this out of how much he loves you. Okay? That it's choking him up how much he loves you. Okay? He loves his son so much. He's actually getting a little bit choked up talking about it and showing that to me. Okay? What a wonderful man. Okay? Um, and then he kind of like straightened himself out, and it's really interesting. He showed me that like he's wearing a shirt with a collar. Okay? As I spoke earlier, he dressed like to dress nice, um, and he's just kind of fixing the collar on his shirt, on his kind of like a dress shirt is what I mean. Okay? Um, he shows me that someone is 6'2" here. I don't know if that's you or him, but he just wrote me 6'2". So I just need to say that to you, Dean. Yeah, all right. So just please know that he's with you. Keep talking to him. Okay. Um, he tells me that he's very proud of you. Okay. Um, and again, as I said, he's very content. Okay. Um, oh, he passed when he was 62 of cancer, and your mom passed 3 years ago. Yeah, and yes, he had a beard once Mom made him shave it off. And he was 6'2". Oh, no way. That's perfect. I'm so glad you wrote that to me. Thank you, Dean. Yeah, that all makes perfect sense. That is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Okay. So just please know that your mom and dad, as I said, are resting very peacefully together. Okay. Um, and just really quick, Dean, I just need to tell you, your mom is absolutely beautiful. Okay. She really is. You know, appearance-wise, she's beautiful, but even more is her kind heart. Okay, I really feel that about your mother. Okay, she's very quickly here sending all her love to you as well. All right, Dean. So thank you so much for giving me that opportunity to connect with your dad tonight, Dean, and your mother here really quickly. All right. And I want to thank all of you for watching tonight's broadcast. It was absolutely fantastic. It was absolutely beautiful to hear from my own dad. Um, that was very unexpected. It was absolutely beautiful. But thank you all so much for tuning in, and I very much look forward to next week's broadcast. Same time, same place. Until then, everybody, please take care and enjoy the